I just have a quick little announcement. To those who have been watching my videos in my Skyblock series, just don't expect to see any more videos with Panda Princess or 7_exe102. There was something that went down, and I'd prefer not to say anything about it, so don't bring it up if you're going to comment on this. Just don't bring it up. I just prefer not to talk about it. I just want to let you know that just don't expect to see any more videos featuring them. And even if they do, it's probably going to be not very good. I kind of ruined everything. Like, I know that, like, we all fall into periods of, like, what's the point, or I don't care anymore, but, like, that's common for me, this kind of periods. The kind of, I don't care, or what's the point? And I just want to say that 7, let's just say that we didn't have a good friendship. Like, it was sort of all over the place. And that also applies for Panda's relationship. It was all over the place. We didn't really have a good relationship because of it. And thus, that caused the end of our relationships as friends. This isn't the first time this has happened. It's been a while since it last happened. When it just felt like... Oh god, I'm getting emotional right now. It was a while since I last had to deal with a friend just leaving and us parting ways with each other. Friends come and go. I should know that by now. I should know it really well, in fact. You see, I never really was good at the making, let alone maintaining, friends kind of thing. And, well, I can see why. So yeah, just please don't expect anything relating to 7 or Panda Princess. Because it's not gonna happen. It's gone. It's gone. And I feel really responsible for it. Sometimes I wish that I didn't need friends, you know? Because they just disappear. One day you'll be the best of friends, and then the next you're just at each other's throats. And then you end up parting ways with each other. That's what I hate about friendship. You never know what's gonna happen the next day. Yeah, that's life. You never know what can happen. You don't know your future. All we can do is just hope for the best. But that's all I can do, at least. Basically, I think I'm gonna start to cut ties with all of them. Panda Princess, 7_exe102, all of them. I just... You know what, it's fine. I should probably just tell you what happened. I know this isn't really your business, but I just want to let people know why you're not going to see 7 or Panda Princess in my videos or live streams anymore. we got into an argument. Yeah, I was trying to be a little prankster, trolled him a bit with little Herobrine. Little Herobrine hoax myth. But obviously, like everything I do, that has to go terribly wrong. And, well, we got into a fight. A big fight. And I really wish I wasn't saying this. They just started insulting me. They just started harassing me. Saying things like, I knew it was you. And like, we're not friends anymore. Like, for a person who suffers from depression, that kind of stung. I'm not talking about the skeleton shooting at me. If you don't have many friends and they just part ways with you, it feels like, were they really your friend? Or were they just being your quote-unquote friend out of pity? Seeing as I literally just lost 2, probably 3 friends in one day, I feel stabbed. I feel like I was just stabbed in the gut multiple times. It's like you don't, it's like when you have friends, you think everything will work out. Everything is gonna be a-okay. But it isn't. Things are bound to go wrong eventually, and they're bound to leave you as well. And I just really wish that that wasn't the case. I really wish I could have done something different. That I could have just done something to change the outcome of this current situation. Give me a sec, guys. Just give me a sec. I was really considering not doing this live stream at all. I was really close to considering not doing this, but I feel like you guys need to know. I understand that some of you guys are like, oh, I don't care, that's cool, and like, yeah, there's people who are gonna be like that. There's people who are gonna be friends with you, but then they're just gonna end up insulting you, bullying you. Fake friends, pretty much, and that's kind of what Panda and Seven were. Fake friends. And when you realize that your friends are fake after being friends with them for literally 3 years, quote-unquote friends, by the way, it feels like you just lost something. Like you just lost a chunk of your heart, kind of. Because I cared for them. I care for my friends. A lot. And to just suddenly lose those friends, you feel like you could have done something different. And I probably could have done something different. I probably could have done something to change the outcome of how things went. Give me a sec. But I didn't, because I just never am able to. I never really have been able to just change the outcome of things. I don't think we all can. Once we know the direction things are going in, they're most likely just gonna go in that one direction. The off chance that they don't is nearly like a miracle. And I really wish that it wasn't like that, and that there are things that you could do and change outcomes, and travel back in time, make sure that none of that ever happened. And while that is a good fantasy to live in, it's not the fantasy I want to live in. I'd rather live in a world where I can actually have friends, long-lasting friends, like real friends, and not, well, you know, what the fuck, where did you come from? And not, how do I say this? Not feel torn. I feel like I was just ripped. It's just ripped apart. Like, yeah, now that I've lost 2 friends, maybe 2 more are bound to reappear into my life. And maybe I'll be able to have longer and a better connection with them. But at the same time, I don't want that. Like, I'd rather not make friends with someone unless I know what's going on and how I can change things if things ever go south. Yeah, I just really wish that things were different and that I didn't have to lose all my friends. I just wish that I didn't lose Seven or Panda. I mean, they're still on my friends list, but should they really be? Seven literally straight up said we're not friends anymore, and as much as I hate him saying that, it's not really my choice to control. I can't control what goes on. I can't control anything. And it kind of hurts, you know? But life happens. We just have to deal with that. Even if I wish that it wasn't like that. Hello, Mike or Angie. I just really wish that I could have done something, you know? It's one of those things that you want to change, and I'm sorry I would keep repeating these things, but I want to change what happened. I want to travel back in time. And thank you for your support, Mike. Thank you. I really appreciate this. It's just it just hurts. You feel like you have a friend, but you never know if they're actually just a fake friend, and they're just there just to be there, and that they aren't really gonna be your friend or stay with you, and it's pretty painful. Mike is thank you for your support, Mike. I appreciate it. I'm going through a difficult time right now. As you can see, Panda's right there, but she's not. I feel like I can just reach out to them, but in reality, I just can't. I should know that friends come and go. I mean, I've lost friends a lot. I mean, don't we all lose friends? Am I right? When you know someone for 4 to 5 years, maybe even longer, and you just cut ties with them, you feel like you're missing. Like right now, Mike is chatting, and live chat, stream chat, you know. I feel what he's saying. I really feel what he's saying. And it just hurts, you know? Like, you feel like there's a chunk out of your life that's missing. Sorry guys, I just need a moment. Yeah, it's a little bit annoying. The fact that you know someone, or you think you know them, for years, just years in end, and they just go, they just disappear, and it really hurts. And I think I'm just gonna cut the stream here. Don't like worry about me. I'm fine. It's just I'm a little distraught. I'm just a little stressed. Pretty sure most people know how stress feels and what it can do, but I'm fine. As long as I have people there to support me, we're all fine. Thank you, Animal Lover, and Mike, for being here with me right now. It's really painful. I think I might just delete some of the Skyblock episodes that featured Seven and Panda. You see, my idea of coping with this is just kind of forgetting about them. But sometimes you shouldn't forget, and that you should learn from your mistakes. And maybe improve on those mistakes if you can. We all lose friends and fall into points of I don't care, or what's the point, or leave me alone. But we all have to have someone there. Like, we all have people there who support us, no matter what happens. Even if you lose friends, they're bound to be more. Two people isn't going to make much of a difference out of the thousands of millions of people in this world. For two friends you lose, you can make 3 more the next day. You never know who has the same interests or hobbies as you. But what you do know is that you should stay optimistic. You know that you need to stay optimistic, and that you know you need to stay with it. You need to just keep going. Like Panda, like, she called me, pardon my language, but she called me a pussy for having emotions. Like, I understand that, like, you don't understand what's going on. Like, I can understand that. Sometimes people go through things and their friends, quote-unquote friends, just don't understand what's going through their head. And she calls me a pussy, and I just feel pretty attacked. You know, it's like, I have emotions. You have emotions too. And then Seven's just mocking me. It really hurts. And as someone who gets bullied a lot at school, it's actually really sad that I've kind of gotten used to it. I really wish I didn't have to say that. I really wish I didn't. But we're all gonna be bullied. We all get bullied for different reasons, whether it be your sexuality or how your personality is. And we all have to keep going, no matter what happens, you know? What happens now could change your life. Or it could, or it could not change your life. You don't know. The first time I dealt with this kind of thing, I was really depressed for multiple days. And I know how it feels. We all, I think, know how it feels to cut ties with someone who you've been with for literally probably years on end. I met Seven on December 31st, like 2013, like literal years. And it's just stressful. It's like one of those things that you don't know what's gonna happen. And I really don't like repeating myself. I'm just sort of at a loss of words. I'm sorry if I keep repeating myself over and over. I'm doing this so that if you are suffering the same problem that I am right now, just know that you are gonna be okay. You're gonna be fine. You shouldn't think negatively. You should think positively. I know some people have depression and it does influence a lot of negative thinking. Try to look on the bright side. Look past those negative things and realize that there's so much more bright on the other side. It's like yin and yang, you know? When there's good and then there's evil. But in this kind of scenario, there's darkness, but then there's light. You have to look past the darkness and reach the light. Believe me, when I legit have the texts on my phone from when I first had this scenario. I really wish, like, I'm just gonna recap some of it. I just have one word to say from these texts that my friend did before we cut ties. Just ignorant. That's all I have to say. That's all she said, pretty much. That's really what I focused on, actually. I didn't really focus on anything else. It really hurts, you know? Like, it'll be pain. Like, it's a quick pain, though. Sometimes it's not. When I say quick, I mean it could take weeks, yeah. But it's not gonna affect you your whole life. No matter what you do, there's always gonna be something to look forward to. And I just really want people to know that you're okay. You're okay and you're gonna be okay. No matter what happens. Yeah, sometimes I'd rather not talk to anybody about these kind of things. But when you don't talk to people, you realize that so much can go wrong. I'm just gonna pull something up. It's kind of off topic. I mean, it's kind of related. For every person who commits suicide, there are literally 40 more people attempting it a day. This is on average. And most of those people who attempt and sometimes even go through with suicide, it's because they don't talk to people. It's because they don't connect with people and tell them about how they feel. Telling someone just talking to someone, it can save your life. And I'm not that kind of person. I don't go with suicidal thoughts or like, yeah, we all have depression. Depression sometimes will entail suicidal thoughts. But you shouldn't ever go with those thoughts. Those thoughts are just what they want you to think. What you should think is that you matter, no matter what what happens. My avatar is permanently smiling because that's what I want to feel. If I feel sad, I just realize, why should I be sad? Sadness is an emotion that hurts. Why be sad when you can be happy? I understand that some people can't help but feel sad. And that I understand. And it really sucks. Depression does entail being sad all the time, as pretty much one of the symptoms of depression might as well just list being sad all the time. But that's not the case. There's always things that you should look forward to. Never bottle up your emotions. That's what I'm trying to say right now. I've bottled up my emotions for a while. There's stuff I don't even tell my parents that I feel. But then I realized that I don't need to tell them. What you do need to do though is look on the bright side. Yeah, sometimes things are not as drastic as suicidal thoughts. If you have suicidal thoughts, please tell someone, tell a relative, a friend, or call a suicide prevention hotline. I'm not trying to say if you have suicidal thoughts, you better call this. It's your choice. But just know that people out there do care about you. And while you might not think that, there's always a chance that you might find someone who will care about you. And with that, I think I'm gonna cut the stream off right now. So, subscribe if you feel like it. Like the stream if you also feel like it. You're gonna be fine, okay? Just think this. If something bad is going on, just think this. I'm gonna be fine. And believe me, just saying a simple sentence like that, it really will help. So please, if you're ever feeling like that, just say that, okay? And with that, I'm gonna end it. Peace.